Welcome back to Thone's Nibbles, number 33. This is on Mark chapter 5. A healing due to pure faith. This comes from Mark chapter 5, verses 25 through 34. Now a certain woman had a flow of blood for 12 years, and had suffered many things from many physicians. She had spent all that she had and was no better, but rather grew worse. When she heard about Jesus, she came behind him in the crowd and touched his garment. For she said, "If I only may touch his clothes, I shall be made well." Immediately the fountain of her blood was dried up, and she felt in her body that she was healed of the affliction. And Jesus, immediately knowing in himself that power had gone out of him, turned around in the crowd and said, "Who touched my clothes?" But his disciples said to him, "You see the multitude thronging you, and you say, 'Who touched me?'" And he looked around to see her who had done this thing. But the woman, fearing and trembling, knowing what had happened to her, came and fell down before him and told him the whole truth. And he said to her, "Daughter, your faith has made you well. Go in peace and be healed in your affliction." So this is the famous healing of the woman who touched the fringe of Jesus' garment. Why is it in the Bible? I think one of the reasons is, at least, to demonstrate the power of the near presence of God. This woman somehow in her own mind got the idea, hey, if I just get close enough to touch him, I'll be okay. This was written to a large crowd of people who were present. Communications. And I'm using terms here which are human and describing God, so it's a little difficult. God has a hyper sense of good and evil. Jesus could feel that something good happened without knowing either the situation or the exact act. Application to my life. I will focus on contacts with others to be the best image of Christ I can be. The message from God to me. Be open to whatever opportunities He provides. And my personal response, Lord, let me be more socially aware to these divine appointments. That's what we call them typically, divine appointments. God put somebody in some place because you were going to be there too, and they needed something that you could tell them. So that's the end of this lesson. See you next time.